People often ask me why we are failing as a country. This is what I tell them. The African National Congress has failed to govern effectively because it is clinging to an identity that does not fit its constitutional role. You don't believe me? Here is proof. The ANC continues to describe itself as a national liberation movement. But in constitutional terms, this is a deceptive form of political self-presentation. Why am I saying so? I'm saying so because an organization that has governed South Africa since 1994, under a constitution it helped negotiate and adopt, cannot credibly present itself as a liberation movement while simultaneously exercising constitutional authority as the governing party. If the ANC were truly still a liberation movement, one would have to conclude that its original objectives remained unchanged. And we remember what those were. Here are some of them. They were to make South Africa ungovernable. They were to disrupt and sabotage state infrastructure. They were to challenge the sovereignty and legitimacy of the existing state. They were to reject colonial territorial arrangements and seek to withdraw political boundaries. They were to pursue broader continental political integration beyond the existing nation-state framework. They were to employ tactics intended to confuse, weaken, or outmaneuver the ruling authority. See, none of these objectives is compatible with the constitutional obligation of a governing political party. Why? Because a government is required to uphold the constitution, and the ANC has been doing that. A government is required to protect the state. The ANC has been doing that, and its institutions. Preserve national sovereignty, maintain public order, and govern in accordance with the rule of law. Isn't that what the ANC has been doing for the last 32 years? That is why the ANC's continued self-description as a liberation movement creates a constitutional contradiction, and perhaps one of the reasons why we see everything collapsing around us today. Because liberation movements seek to overturn an existing political order. Is the ANC seeking to overturn its own political order? Governing parties are entrusted with preserving, administering the constitutional order established through democratic election. This is what the ANC has been doing for the last 32 years, or is it not?